Okay, first and foremost, thank you so much for watching that little clip there on the MLS about concessions. I think it's very important you know that, because here in Vallejo, I mean, not only Vallejo, pretty much the entire Bay Area, the market has changed so much now, where there's buyers that are willing to buy and sellers that are willing to sell. As you can see, deals are being made, terms are being negotiated to where you can do this now. 2 years ago, it was always highest and best, highest and best. If you couldn't afford to play, don't, because you're going to lose.
All in. No way. 20,000.
Table stakes. I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. This is on the table. That's my car.
So, anyway, but now, like I said, it's changed. So, go ahead and follow me here on YouTube. Go ahead and like the video. In fact, as of this video here, I'm going to start making a playlist. I'm going to put a playlist together of cruising through Vallejo. That's what we're doing. Right now, we're going to go through cruising through Vallejo. And if you missed any of my previous videos, again, just subscribe and go back to it, and maybe find the playlist there. It's pretty easy to find. And I can tell you right now, what did we go through? I'm just going through memory here. We start off in South Vallejo, and then we took off and went over to Beverly Hills. And at the time, I did not know that E40, I guess he was a celebrity. He was raised there. I know he was. I had to look him up. Who knew?
I did not know that.
But yes, he was raised in that neighborhood. In fact, he took a part of Magazine Street. Now they renamed it as E40 Way.
Life on Magazine Street. Oh, yeah.
After we went to Beverly Hills, where else we got? Then we took off and went to Carquinez Straits. Remember, that was pretty cool there in that area. Then right next to Carquinez Straits, we went over to what's that beach? I keep forgetting that beach area. What the hell? It's anyway, I can't remember the name because I'm driving. But here's the street. Okay, you see the street here on the map. Lane. Was it Lane or Road? Beach Road? I don't know, something like that. So why do I keep forgetting that? But after that, then we went over to where else did we go to? We went over to Clear Point. Clear Point is the land of duets. Remember, a lot of duets there in that neighborhood. You can check out that video there. And now we're off to South Vallejo. And right now, just got off on Lemon Street. And this neighborhood here is a little bit older, you know, and I'm going to start off right on the busiest side there on the corner of, I think it's Sonoma and Lemon, and then we'll work our way towards the neighborhoods. And, you know, when it comes to neighborhoods, how do you know if it's a good neighborhood? What do you call a decent neighborhood? What do you call a bad neighborhood? You can't. You just have to kind of go through it, do your homework, do your research. You can go online, check out, you know, crime reports there and find out what's happening in certain neighborhoods. Vallejo is a medium-sized city. And like any big to medium-sized city, you have pockets of good stuff, bad stuff, and everything in the middle. All depends what side of the tracks you're on. But, oh wow, the sun's right in my face. But here in Vallejo, so sometimes you know what you want to do? Come by. Right now, it's Saturday afternoon. Come by in the morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Come by, you know, late at night. And see how things look there. I got a big old U-Haul truck behind me, and they go this way. So a lot of times you might have to come back to the neighborhood 2 or 3 times to get a feel if it's something or some place where you want to live. We'll go. What's the problem?
Dude, who the hell are you?
So I'm looking north right now on Lemon Street, and you can see the homes here just a little bit older. And we go up a little bit of ways. There's a nice house right here in the corner. But what you have to also know when you live in an area where there's a busy street, like over here, snip into the corner. There's a little bit more noise here, especially when you have, you know, a liquor store in one corner, older houses there, and there's a church over there. Good place to put a church right across the street from a liquor store. And you can see this area here starts off a little bit industrial, and then it gets more residential. So we're gonna walk this way. I'm bringing the car up. I'm gonna walk up a few blocks that way and go towards the residential sections from this point. So as I'm driving down Lemon Street over here, there's actually a park right here. I'm gonna turn by this park. See how it looks over here. So as I turn here, again, there's some homes here, and it just comes to an end on this guy's house right here. So that means I gotta turn around in a second. So I'm on the corner of Lemon and Sheraton. There's a sign right there. And you can see right here, you know, these homes are a little older, and there's a park right here, little neighborhood park. And I noticed, well, I can drive down the street that way in a minute, I will, but there's a big open field over here. As you can see it over here, actually, I think there's a little picnic area over there, little walkway here, but out there's a big field. We'll take a drive that way shortly, but you know, this is like beautiful. It's a little chilly here for a Saturday fall afternoon here in November or after Thanksgiving. But so they did go through the trouble of putting a little park here in this neighborhood, and I just want to see what the houses look like. So, but before we do that, I wanted to come down this way to show you what happens when you get a mixture of both homes and industrial. So right about here, the home stop, and just going a block down, you got some industrial stuff happening over here, a storage place over here, and you know, it gets more into businesses. So now I'm on the corner of Cherry and Sheridan. So look at the little dog house. The dog's name is Oliver. Anyway, but here's this neighborhood. So you know, the homes, some of them look a little bit bigger, a little bit older, 2 stories. Looks good here. But the street's a little bit tighter. And look at, there's roosters crowing. I don't know if you heard that. So that's also important. Yeah, that's a rooster, because that's also important, because if this is unincorporated, which I don't think it is, you can't have roosters or livestock like, you know, lambs and or goats and sheep and rabbits. Obviously, that's a farm. But when the unincorporated part of Vallejo, which we went through the last time, we did a little cruise through Vallejo on the south side, you can. Okay, so now we're in the corner of Sheridan and Winchester. And these homes look like they go back to the 1930s, and you can see sometimes they actually fix them up a little bit. So obviously some have been remodeled, done a lot better. And again, some are a little bit older. Like this one here goes back to probably their late 20s, early 30s. Needs a little bit of work, especially the landscaping. So now we're on the other side of the school. Remember, we were over there on that side, behind those trees looking this way. Now over here. And this was an actual old school. It looked like back in its day, in its former glory, it looked like a really nice school. What does it say here on the side? Grant School. Oh, it's a girls and boys club of Vallejo at one time. That's what it was. Wow. And you can see that the homes here, right into the sun, but this one looks pretty nice. And you know, they look like they're working on the landscaping, but it looks like it's well kept. This home over here is a little older, you know, but right now I don't hear anything. Again, it's just like a nice, quiet neighborhood of the fire station here. And you can see over here there's a nice, beautiful 2-story home. Looks like it's completely remodeled, and you know, that's in good shape there. And then come this way, as you can see, the homes here are the ones that still need a little bit of work. I think so. Okay, so let's take a little neighborhood drive. I was just about to turn the corner until I saw this beauty over here. Look at this house. Unfortunately, the car isn't very pretty, but it's a nice house. So I don't know what's going on here. I guess they're working on that car in this neighborhood. So we're back on Winchester and Sheridan. Okay, so this is a really tight street here. Homes are a little bit bigger. And there's a gate that's open here that goes somewhere. I don't know where that goes. But I'll make a left here though and see what happens. Oh, that's somebody's yard. That's what that is. So as I turn down the street, I made a left, and this just kind of loops itself back onto Winchester here. And it takes us back this way in this particular neighborhood. And it's you know, I'm just cruising through all the streets here, so it's can get a little confusing, but I want to see what's on the other side. And plus the sun right being your eyes, it doesn't help much. So I'm on the east end of Sheridan over here. In fact, it may just end right up there. But if I look at these homes here, they're a little bit more well kept, you know. Let me start off on this side, you can see here. And it looks pretty good. And you know, besides some minor landscaping and all, it's not bad at all. Quiet, you know, I can see that. Here's a nice house right here. See this? So it just, you know, like I said, it just pockets here and there. You gotta drive to find out which is a, you know, just by going down a block, things may look a little bit nicer over here. My only concern is this: when you see, you know, this many cars lined up, like, I don't know if you look all the way down the street with that no parking, that tells me either there's a lot of roommates, or maybe a second or third generation family, they all live together, which is fine, but all the parking on the streets are gone. So I just made a right on Atherton Street here in the same neighborhood, and look at how beautiful this home is. They even got all geared up for Christmas. So we're gonna take a walk down this neighborhood over here. Now, these homes here look like they're very well kept. You got some nice flowers over here. The street's a little tight. They're working on that house over there, it looks like. That's where I saw that big, beautiful house over there. Let's take a walk this way, though. This house here, yeah, this is for sale.
What?
Actually, it looks like it's empty, yeah. This must be a locked box here. Maybe we should go inside and take a look. But look at, they actually manicured the lawn really nicely. Is there a locked box here? Maybe I will go inside and take a look. Let me check that. Yeah, I don't see a lockbox. Might have gone pending, actually. I have to take a look at that. But here, let's look at this part of the neighborhood here. Let's see. Yeah, it's quiet. And the homes are okay. I wonder if I should walk around the corner. Maybe I'll drive around. Let me drive around the other corner and see how that street looks like. Actually, this house here, I did look it up. It's pending. I mean, I'm sure the lockboxes are on here somewhere, but so someone already bought the house. Yeah, you know, I mean, look at the way that what they did. They actually, you know, priced it right, I'm sure, and they get enough curb appeal. The inside, I looked inside, is actually all done over, remodeled a few things and cleaned things up. It sold really quickly. Now, I just got myself lost in this neighborhood. But I know where I'm sort of at over here. There's a gas station. There's a all right, so this neighborhood's not as quiet, but there's a gas station over there. That's probably where they're going. And there's a Starbucks over there. I think also Subway. That's Magazine Street up there. So that's towards Magazine, and that goes towards Glen Cote. But here, now look at these homes. They're much better. The street's a little wider. The homes are kept up a little better as well. Take a little walk this way, see what we got. You know, freeway entrance is right there. You can just hop on the freeway, just right there. Actually, that's Starbucks right there. That's Starbucks right there, and behind Starbucks is 8080 going either north or south. So, yeah, these homes looks really good. So, I don't know exactly where we're at now because it's kind of like a little cul-de-sac area right here, and it turns into a one-way going back. So you can't enter that way. You can only turn that way. But I do like the homes here. This is on the other side of Magazine Street. I know that because you can see this. Remember we were on that side. Now there's a gas sign on this side. But check out these homes. This block here. These row of homes. They look really well kept up nicely, and they all have a little bit of good curb appeal. Let's get a little bit closer here. Yeah, the sun's behind me because it's starting to set. You see my shadow. This guy has a few cars here. Oh, here another rooster. A lot of roosters right here. Oh look, kitty cat. Nice. Let's just screen one. Hi. She scared me. There's an older looking home, but I like what they did with the landscaping. And it's right here. Then we go back up there. It's Magazine Street.
Life on Magazine Street. Oh, yeah.
So we just came back from that way, which is Grant. This part here is orange. Very small part of it is. And this is 5th Street. That's going south, and this is going north. Since I'm still on foot, let's go north first. Let's see what we got over here. You got how many lions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lions watching that house. That's kind of cool. And then you get all this part of the neighborhood over here. Older homes, but again, they're maintained very well, which I think is really nice. Now, I have no idea what this is over here. Unfortunately, it's homeless. Get some homeless folks over here. That's because there's no more houses here. So it's further down south. All we got is storage and maybe one house over here. It looks like a fourplex or a duplex. Yeah, but you can see it gets a little bit, definitely a little bit rough around the edges here in this neighborhood. So we're going to turn back around this way. And you can see these homes, these are just, what, half a block away from where we just came from, you know, and this is the big house that we just talked about. I did not, like, I've never been here before. I never went that far down to see that. So I'm just surprised that these homes like right next to that, you know, or if they would call the city or something to get this place, you know, a little bit more manageable for everybody. I mean, it is what it is, but you know, you gotta do something about it. Okay, so that's it. This is South Vallejo. Would I live here? Probably not. I mean, in fact, I just told you guys, I'm gonna just pull over for a second so I can park. I'm on Grand Street right now. I circled the street like 3 or 4 times so I finally found a parking. There's cars everywhere. Before I leave, I'll turn the camera on and I'll show you. It's just really tight. You know, I mean, when I was living in New York City for a time, big deal. I mean, there's no parking at all, but I didn't care. I didn't drive. I didn't have a car. I either cabbed it or subwayed it everywhere I went. So it wasn't a big deal for me. But again, when you're in that culture, you know, do what the Romans do. Over here, there aren't that many Romans, but there's a whole lot of cars. However, there are certain pockets here that I showed you, like the one on Atherton, that home that was for sale. You see what they did? They gave it great curb appeal. They cleaned up the house inside, looked really nice, and the neighborhood is really good. So for that stretch of neighborhood right there, I would actually buy as an investment because home prices do appreciate in value pretty much everywhere. You get some really good renters in there that takes care of the property. You know, they'll build the equity in your home, and then of course later on you can sell it and you'll make it work that way. But that's what I'm saying is this area, I think I would definitely buy here to invest, but I would not buy here to live. One good example is if I turn the camera around, you can see here down the street just a whole line of cars. Every parking on both sides is taken, and behind me as well. So I can't breathe. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. The next neighborhood we're going to go to, probably maybe just Vallejo, downtown Vallejo, the historical district, or I'll work my way east and see what's going on in that direction. So we're not done yet. We're in a zigzag. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. Our next stop, I'm probably gonna go to downtown Vallejo, maybe the historical district. We're gonna be zigzagging through Vallejo. I'll head east as well to see what's going on there. I know there's a new development there I wanted to check out, and we'll just work our way up towards North Vallejo. So I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I'll try to put another video out before Christmas. Try to do once a week, but I'm busy. So anyway, when I have some time, new video coming. There's a cat that just scared the bejeebies out of me. Came right up to the window. Anyway, yeah, so I'll see you guys soon.